Hello everyone, welcome to a discussion video with you guys. I'm going to discuss the anime and card game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's a reason why I am discussing this. I am seeing clues that Yu-Gi-Oh! Could be coming back just like Dragon Ball Z did with Dragon Ball Super. They could be using the same formula. So, without further ado, let me give my thoughts on this. Let's dive into it, baby. Anyway, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Dimensions movie that came out last year, where they brought back all the English cast of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. And it stated that some time has went off and they're leaving high school to start their lives, or college or whatever. I think it's high school. Yeah, that's how far it's. I think it's like couple years or a couple weeks, maybe a month or whatever after the original series has ended. I mean, that's how close it is. I don't know if this is canon or not. I never looked it up of canon wise, but watching this, and I have actually tried to rewatch. I rewatched the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! And GX, which I did like GX. You know, it was pretty cool, especially when, you know, the voice of Goku is in it. I mean, come on. But anyway, so, and I've tried to watch the Zexal or 5DS. I got pretty far on that until where I'm just like, I'm bored with it. This is kind of like gay. And then there's Zexal. I tried to watch a couple of episodes of Zexal. Zexal didn't really pan out for me. Then on to the next one. I don't think I ever watched it, but I know there's another one after Zexal. There is a pattern with how many Yu-Gi-Oh! Series there is. It should have been, you know, it's like, dude, that should have been longer than that. Yes, we know. But what happened with GX? GX was actually cut short. The English dub was cut way too short. And the Japanese went, you know, continued. The English dub was cut short because whoever owned the rights to the dub wanted to continue on. So they continue on with Zexal, or 5DS. 5DS suffered the same fate as GX with the English dub, which they cut the English dub off, and they're like, we need to go on to the next one. And they went to Zexal. They never really finished those in the English dub. And Japanese originals subbed, or whatever, dubbed, however you call it, the original in Japanese, they actually continued on to the end. As the dub is, it didn't really. So you have to watch it all the way till they stopped, then go to the original and watch it in the English sub. So it's really confusing, and a lot of the times, you know, people watch at home on TV, they're like, what the hell happened to it? And nobody really knows. It wasn't like announced or whatever. So while watching the movie, or try to watch it, and I noticed that it went downhill real fast. You know, a lot of people weren't getting into the shows. I never even heard about people liking the shows or whatever. I've always heard about the original and GX. That's about it. Maybe 5DS. But I've noticed something. The movies that came out were Pyramid of Light, or Light of Pyramid. I think it was Pyramid of Light. And this, I can't remember the second one, but the second one, it brought the main character from 5DS, the main character from GX, Jade, and Yugi together in like this dimension cross or whatever to battle. And in those movies, they never introduced new dual disc. They never introduced any of that. They have always used the Battle City Tournament or the Duel Academy. So, yeah. So then, while watching I've noticed something. Okay, watching Dark Dimensions, they've introduced a new dual disc, and actually two new dual disc appear. I mean, and you have the original dual disc appears, or old one, but you have two new ones. One, the second new one is at the very end, but the first one they introduced, there's actually two designs. There's holographic one, and then there's a physical one. So I thought that was weird. I'm like, wow, that's pretty bold to do that, because it's just for a movie, you know. But to each your own, right? So I've been watching that, and of course, you know, of every movie of Yu-Gi-Oh, they release new cards, you know. So they release new cards. The one thing, okay, the Egyptian. Let's talk about the Egyptian cards for a second, because the Egyptian cards are supposed to be gone from the Yu-Gi-Oh universe. Like they don't exist, because supposedly a Tim, which is Yaman Yugi, Dark Yugi, the Pharaoh, as he's called, took the Egyptian gods with him, supposedly. Like they weren't supposed to work, you know, they weren't supposed to work. But in this movie, Obelisk was summoned, okay, with all the effects and abilities and all that shit. The thing is, it's like, so he didn't take those with him. They're still out there somewhere, you know. Where is the Egyptian god cards? You know what I mean? Where are they in the universe? Either, because I never saw, you know, Tim dropped his dual disc and left. I never saw him with like the Egyptian god cards in his hand, or took them out and like put them in his pocket or whatever. He dropped his dual disc. So I think Yugi has a Tim's card somewhere. And I think, you know, the Egyptian god cards are with Yugi. They put them up because I think he takes the deck. Because what's weird is that Tim had the like Dark Magician and all the three god cards, and then all of a sudden, Yugi didn't have Dark Magician when he was battling a Tim. But then in the movie, he's got a Dark Magician. So, I mean, think about it. Yugi's got a Tim's deck, which has the God cards. You know, Yugi had all three of the God cards. So I think that's where they're at. And Kaiba using that obelisk, I mean, come on, right there. You know, it tells you nothing is really true what it ended. And then supposedly the Millennium items were lost. No, it was an explosion. They just got buried in a deep hole, which they reconstructed the puzzle, and the other Egyptian artifacts were down there. So, you know, that could be a plot point right there of the artifacts coming back. Now, besides the Millennium Puzzle and the God cards, of course, a Tim comes back as well, and takes the puzzle with him to the afterlife, supposedly. I don't know how that's possible, but it's possible, I guess. So, it ends with Kaiba going to another dimension, which is Tim's. There's a lot of theories stating that Kaiba died and went to the other world so you can battle a Tim, which he has the second to do this. Looks like a wing, like they used to do back in the Egyptian days of dueling, which that was kind of weird. But only in that I have two thoughts, or there's three thoughts. One, he actually went to another dimension to duel him. Two, he actually died while trying to get there, possibly. And three, that when they were talking about Kaiba being this person or whatever, you know, in the Egyptian life. I wonder if that's like he traveled through time. You know, because all the places, they look the same. You know, the Egyptians and all that. And I wonder if he traveled through time to duel him and had Obelisk and shit like that. Dude, I mean, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just theory, speculation, but could, with everything out there, okay, let's get back on the Egyptian god cards for a second. Sorry, I'm going everywhere, but of course they released the cards, right? They released, okay, the only Egyptian god that was played in the movie was Obelisk. Okay, none of the other god cards got played. Go figure, Kaiba, the chosen one with Obelisk, plays it. But the thing is, they released Obelisk and they released Slifer, the Sky Dragon. Why? Why? That's weird. You released 2 Egyptian god cards, but not the third. And why release all 3 Egyptian god cards when only 1 was played and seen? A lot of people said that Slifer got released because they saw it in the Vision when really, or Vision being played. Really, I never, as far as I don't think I ever seen that. Because I watched the movie last night, I never really saw the Vision, a Slifer, in a flashback or whatever, but whatever. So, here's my theory. With the Millennium items, with Kaiba going either in the past, dying, or possibly going to the same dimension as Atem, Yugi possibly possessing all 3 of the Egyptian god cards somewhere within Atem's deck, and possibly because he could have been dueling with Atem's deck, because here's the thing. In the movie, it showed Atem calling out his servant at the end, and of course, Dark Magician. Who knows if he took out the Egyptian god cards or not? I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, could Yu-Gi-Oh! Be revived the same way Dragon Ball Z was revived with Dragon Ball Super? Because we all know Dragon Ball Z went down GT path. There's people that made AF comic book, the whole So Horrible movie live adaptation. There's plenty of other movies that came out after the Dragon Ball Z series ended, and he said enough was enough, and made 2 more movies, Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F, which those 2 movies, when you watch them, and you're like, what the fuck? Because Resurrection F, it was like, what the fuck? So now he's training with this person, now he's got Super Saiyan Blue, I don't know how they get so strong, what's with the new clothes, what the actual fuck is going on, you know? And then, after that, it's like, oh, by the way, Dragon Ball Super is coming out. Which, before Battle of the Gods, in between Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F, and then after Resurrection F, boom. So, it's like, whoa, you know. So, could the animators who are animating Yu-Gi-Oh! Could be doing the same thing? Could they, in fact, be working on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series where Yugi and Yaman Yugi and all them guys come back? It's just a weird formula I saw it where in the behind the scenes they were like, oh my god, I can't believe we're coming back, this is so awesome. It's like, it's da la la la, and it's like they were saying the same thing with Battle of the Gods. So could they release another Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie and then a Yu-Gi-Oh! In the same fashion as Dragon Ball Super, eventually come out with Dragon Ball Super? Or, not Dragon Ball Super, Yu-Gi-Oh! Super-esque anime. which leaves off either after the movie or a little bit before the movie. You know, either they revisit the movie or they go on. So, I mean, with the Egyptian God cards coming out and not even having Raw come out, which is funny. You know, why would they do that? Why not just release all 3? But now you're going to release 2? And only one of them was played? I mean, come on. It's got to be a subtle hint. Not to mention they're revisiting the Millennium items that, you know, they're just buried there. They're just in the ground. Not really doing anything. Kaiba could have collected all of them. Who knows? But that is pretty much the discussion video today. Could Yu-Gi-Oh! Come back just like Dragon Ball Super could and totally demolish all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Adaptations and bring back Yugi and the gang? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if this could be possible. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I would watch it. I mean, I do have some of the cards. I do collect every once in a while. I'll buy 1 or 2 and just collect them. I do watch. I mean, yeah, I've watched the movie. You know, the Dark Dimensions movie. I wouldn't mind watching Yugi again. It's pretty cool. It brought back childhood memories. So let me know on your guys' thoughts. Could they actually be coming back? Could the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Come back with a vengeance and just be all gnarly? I mean, and badass, like we think it could be. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in another video. See ya.